What's down? What's down?
Welcome, man. Welcome to another episode, man. Of a breakfast, no stingy energy, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Back with another one.
Yes, indeed, man. I'm excited to have this conversation, man. So this is what we need everybody to do. We need everybody to start coming over to this side. If you want to join in on the conversation, hit the link, the StreamYard link, because we need participation. You know,
Want to hear
one
your
thing,
voice.
listen, huh?
We want to hear their voice.
We want to hear your voice. We want to hear what you really feel about these situations over here. So that right there is the link to be able to join the live stream. That's the live stream. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and paste it in the let me paste it in the chat over here. All right, hold on 1 second here. Let's get you want to go ahead and do your intro real quick, while I paste this.
Yeah, man. So welcome to the episode, man. Welcome to the episode. Do you qualify for what you're asking for in 2024? Because we got to realize a lot of people ask for stuff that they're really not ready for. So we got to take in consideration. People be praying they want $1 million. Are you ready for that? Are you financially ready? Are your mindset ready for $1 million? A lot of people want relationships. They want a boyfriend. They want a wife. They want a girlfriend. And they got a whole list, and you don't even equal up to the list that you want. You know, you want your guy to make 6 figures. You want him to have his own house. You want him to have his own car. You want him to be available for you. But at the same time, how can this man do all this and still be available for you? Like, people that's making a lot of money typically don't be available for their relationship all the time. So we got to truly ask ourselves, do we qualify for all the things we're asking for? So we're going to talk about it today. So my name is O'Neal Parker, real estate investor, entrepreneur in Lafayette, Louisiana. I've been investing in real estate since 2016, full-time since 2020. I do all things real estate, but I love rentals. I love passive income, and that's my lane in the real estate space. I'm also the owner of Leverage to Wealth, teaching people how to leverage where they are currently in life to get wealth in real estate. That's me, man. Byron, where you at? Welcome, Byron, man.
I'm here.
Co-host Mr. Byron Holman.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Listen, my name is Byron, real estate investor out of Houston, Texas, primarily focused on the wholesale space, do a little bit of creative finance, fix and flip, new construction, new to the build to rent space. Excited about that for sure. But what I'm mostly excited about is this conversation today, right? We talk about a lot of things that we feel that we qualify for, that we want, that we deserve, right? And but at the end of the day, the question is, do you qualify for the things that you are asking for? The truth is, if you want $1 million, you need to solve $1 million worth of problems. If you want the best spouse in the world, maybe you need to figure out a way to be the best husband or the best wife. If you want the best, whatever it may be, what are you doing? Right. The question is, what are you doing to position yourself to be able to take advantage of the things that you say you want? That's the question.
I love it. So that's you even talking about, because we got to realize a lot of people be wanting, man, I want to get sexy. I want to get fine. I want that summer body. I want that spring baked body. They eating the Coke, man. They eating the sugar. They eating the brownies. They eating the
parasites take over.
And guess what? You ask them, how many times you been in the gym? The gym ain't my thing, Or did you change up your diet? Man, diets don't work for me. Or they be like, I'm gonna start my diet Monday. Monday comes, man, I had to get that donut. They brought donuts to work. What you want me to do? Turn down donuts? And then they say, I'm gonna start next Monday. So that's a huge situation, especially when it comes to women. You always want to start diets on Mondays, but you got to realize you can start that shit today. So you got to ask yourself, do you qualify for what you really want? So when we ask, do you qualify for really what you want, it comes with a lot of different things. It even comes with home ownership. A lot of people say they want their own home, but as soon as something break, they ain't got no money for it. So you got to ask yourself, am I set up to be a home owner? So it just can go a bunch of different ways. So I'm ready to get this conversation started, man.
Yes, indeed. Looks like we got somebody on stage with us. I would love to get her take on, on this discussion. Yeah.
I like that. The first guest.
Listen, we need everybody to join in. We're going to have this Clubhouse style. So we need everyone to join in. If you got something to say, get that shit off your chest. You don't have to be on camera as long as your audio good.
Yeah, man. I love to hear from everybody. So anyway, Byron, what do you think you want that you think you qualified and ready for right now today?
I want about $10 million worth of projects done this upcoming year. So I want to do 10 million in total revenue, right? And I want to profit somewhere around 15 to 20% on that 10 million in revenue in terms of assets. I honestly do believe that I have what it takes to be qualified to make that happen this upcoming year. It's funny because today, I had on my to-do list, I'm actually going through, I'm looking at budgets today, and I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of things, right? Having a bunch of tough conversations and really, really trying to kind of prioritize how do I make this $10 million in revenue take place from a building perspective. And I know I'm gonna make it happen. I'm 100% confident that that's gonna happen. So it's just gonna be a matter of me putting the pieces together to make that happen.
Love that.
What about you? What do you feel you deserve, right? You deserve, and you are putting in things in place to make that happen.
Man, I'm trying to do at least 10 to 15 flips in 2024. 100% thing is possible, because with that, what do you need to make 15 flips happen? You need qualified leads. You need a market that you can serve that has, I ain't gonna say a blue ocean, but a lot of pre-approvals. Basically, I can meet the demand. So I didn't show up a lot of people a lot of times in my market. Under 250,000, there's no inventory. You got to realize, in Louisiana, a lot of people don't make a lot of money. A lot of people qualify for the 250,000 under price range. So I'm gonna be that person who flipped the houses in that area. In that price point. I've been that person. Like I spoke on it before. I was actually shooting content yesterday. I sell houses under 185,000. I still make over $70,000 profit. How is that? Because I know how to find great deals in markets where people need to own houses. So that's what I'm gonna do. 10 to 15. Of course, I'm shooting close to the 15 mark with that. So I gotta have qualified leads. I gotta have qualified lending, funding, and I have to have qualified construction team. Now, with the construction side, I'm looking for more people as well, but I think we can definitely handle 10 to 15 homes this year. And I'm excited for it. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna have 2 hitting the market January. So far, I got 1 hitting the market on February. I just got to keep it pushing, man.
Now, a moment of truth. And the moment of truth. Oh, let's talk about that.
That's it. And the thing about it is, we need y'all as a community to hold me and Byron accountable. We said it here live.
Yeah, you know that's a fact.
We said it here live, December 21st, Thursday. Byron said he won 10 million. That's gross. And I said I want 10 to 15 flips. I really want 15. So hold me accountable to 15, not the 10. And we will see if we can make it happen. Ooh, so let's see. We got Mario, man. Mario, you with us?
I got one for you though. Before we get there, I got one for you. Moment of truth. Which one? Let's talk about this. Now, this the true accountability piece. What do you feel you want, or maybe even deserve, that if you're being honest, you don't qualify for? Tell the truth now.
Man, Byron, Chris.
Tell the truth now.
Man, that's what I gotta think about, bro. I'd say to be in better shape. I think I can really do it. I want to do it, but the way my day is set up, I'm not about to stop doing what I'm doing, being productive, making money to go run to the gym. But I did start eating better. So my health is better, but in order to make my body better, let's just say the curves, the abs, the tone is the definition, I got to get in the gym more, man. So for me, if I don't work out in the morning, like I'm dedicated to these shows more than I am to working out. because typically I used to work out in the morning between 5 a.m. and 8. So if I'm doing these shows, I'd rather do these shows and bring education to the people, bring content to the people, then I'm gonna sacrifice myself and go maybe, and I'd be like, man, Byron, I ain't fucking with the show today. I'm gonna work out. That's more important. At the end of the day, putting content out to our community is more important to me. And after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm not going to the gym for the most part. And that's what I think that I want, that it's gonna be hard for me to do. What about you? You gotta keep it real. You gotta keep it real because you've been talking about. I ain't gonna say that. So what's something that you think you would love to do that you think you're not gonna do?
I would, crazy as it sounds, bro. I gotta say it's the same thing, bro. Working out is been a it's been a struggle, bro. It's been a struggle for me. Eating right consistently has been a struggle for me. I still desire to have just some good old
Pork,
chicken and waffles. Every now and then I'm just gonna go and grab me a shake when I know I don't need one. I'm gonna eat me some candy and some gummies when I know I don't need them. Parasites be calling my name. I'm going to Papa Do's. I'm gonna get me a drink. I'm gonna give me a couple drinks. See, I'm gonna get me an old fashioned and the swamp thing, man. I'm gonna combo that joint. So that's my issue, right? But I'm taking accountability for the fact that I am not in a space to where I can honestly say I prioritize that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if I prioritized it, I would be walking around here with a 6-pack. This is a fact. Because I know that if I want something, I'm gonna make it happen. Listen, I'm gonna make it happen. So I tend to kind of prioritize my financial goals over my health goals. But that's gonna have to change up. We're gonna have to change that up. I gotta figure that out.
And that's typically how it is for entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, you gotta make the money to do what you want to do financially, to support your family, to support your actual business. Because if your business ain't making the money, I'm sorry, it's gonna fail. So we both in the same position, man. But I gotta see, man, how I can make it to the gym after 5. I can do it, but after a long day, man, I'm good. I'm tired.
It's a fact.
Gotta go kick it with the fam, man. But so let's hear from Mario, man, and Don. Mario, you with us?
Marlo.
Oh, Marlo, I'm sorry.
Marlo, what's going on with you?
Yo, what's going on,
man? What's out?
What's up, man? Sorry about that. I thought I definitely read Mario. My bad.
Oh, man, I get that a lot. Don't worry about it.
What's going on, man? What's something you want that you qualify for that you know you're going to get in 2024? Talk to us, man.
Oh, man, I'm set to do a few flips this year. At least 5 of them.
And you think you set up and you qualify to get that done?
Yes, sir.
So what makes you qualified to get 5 flips done in 2024?
Because I've been studying long enough, and it's time to take action, man.
Oh, okay. So you haven't done a flip before then?
No, and the main thing is give me a contractor that's ready to go and is gonna do the work.
I ain't gonna lie. Once you go out there in that field, they all gonna say they're ready to do the work.
Exactly.
So to get yourself qualified, how do you plan to find a qualified contractor that's ready to do 5? I'm gonna tell you right now, they all gonna say they're ready. They all gonna say they're the best. They all gonna say nobody better than them. Nobody could beat their prices. So how do you plan to shuffle through all these contractors to find the one? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a challenge.
Yeah, hey man, I'm gonna have to put some more meat on the bone for them.
Okay.
You just take less profit.
Oh. When you're talking about less profit, so how much you looking to make on these flips?
Oh man, I'm looking to make anywhere from 20 and up.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man. So, you're talking about this. I typically ask my students the same thing. So you want to make $20K per house. So you're looking to make an extra $100,000 next year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's about, I think that is 20. 20 times 5. So my question to you is, instead of flipping 5 houses. Why don't you try to wholesale maybe 10 and make 10,000 a piece and not have the headache?
Because I am a licensed realtor, so I don't know how that would work.
What state you in?
South Carolina.
Oh, bro, you good.
Oh, yeah? Because I used to wholesale before I became licensed.
Yeah, I think you're still good at that. So the reason I asked is because when it comes to flipping, bro, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of managing people, managing numbers. And at the end of the day, if you're shooting for 20K, bro, they got things that pop up all the time. You know what I'm saying? That 20K can go to 5K real quick. So you just work 3 months on a house and you only profit 5K when you could have just wholesaled that house and did 10,000 and have no headache, no work, no lender issues, no contractor issues. So I'm just saying, moving forward, you always want to keep both of those options in your review mirror, because for myself, and I tell everybody who I teach or whatever, you got to look at how can you make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time with the less headache, with the least amount of headache.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because flipping, bro, I'm telling you, perfect situation. You think it's a perfect house. Something will pop up that you did not expect.
Because I got this one now. I know this lady, another realtor got her hands in it, and they won like 110 for it. And I know the resale is going to be around 180. And she said the only thing is wrong is the floor in the bathroom is rotted out.
And the realtor say that?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she definitely lying. No, seriously, you gotta, because a lot of people when they get in this business, they don't think about all those situations. So you gotta ask yourself, how many houses did she actually flip? Can you answer that question?
No.
So that's like going to your doctor and asking your doctor how to change your engine in your car. I'm just saying, you got to get qualified advice from qualified people that have experience doing what you're trying to do. Because just because they're realtor in their license, don't mean they know how to flip a house.
Yeah, it is owner occupied, so the owner is still living there. I think she got a little sick and can't afford the house anymore.
That sounds about right. That sounds like a good lead.
Yeah, she's definitely still living there. So I'm thinking it can't be too bad. I wouldn't think. You know, she sent me inside pictures and told me I can go look at it for myself too before deciding.
Please do, especially if you're just getting the flipping. Man, you gotta mitigate all your risks, man. You better get you an inspection team out there. You might want to get 2. Because I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of people lose some money just going off of what people say. That's what I just got to tell you, man.
And my main thing is just buying it just right, just in case something else pops up.
Yeah. So they asking 110?
Yeah, she asking 110, so that means she'll be a little lower, you know.
So what you plan on offering?
Oh man, I would start at 80.
All right. You in the right mix. I was about to say you got at least offer 75, 80. So just because somebody offering 110 don't mean you got to pay for 110.
Yeah, I growed up off of Byron and Maxwell and all them boys. So nice. I did my research.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, definitely when you run your numbers, man, just run your numbers and make sure you set up for the worst case scenario. At least add another 10K for something that pop up.
Yep. Most definitely.
We're gonna check back in, man. We're gonna see if you here in next year at the same time, or you faded away. I hope you come back.
You know what? But shout out to you, man, for making that declaration live, because now you know you got a lot of people
documented.
Yeah, it's documented. You get to hold yourself accountable, and everybody here that just heard, y'all hold him accountable for putting it out there, right? Because at the end of the day, he said that that's what he want to do, so we want to hold him accountable for making that happen. By next year, if we get a chance to see him, that goal gonna be accomplished. So I just want to put that out there.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Appreciate you joining this morning, man.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Don Daniel, what's going on, man? Good morning.
That man fly over there in that studio, huh?
Let me unmute.
Boy, the lights hitting, the microphone hitting. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on with you guys?
Oh man, life's great, man. I'm feeling good. I'm thinking about breakfast, but I ain't gonna eat nothing. I'm gonna go drink me some water.
Yeah. We went through that the other day.
I ain't gonna lie, I got that same problem Byron got. Boy, I be wanting some drinks. I be wanting some food. Some blueberry donuts, boy. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I do have some water ready.
And parasites be calling my name, but I'm trying to stay away from them, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, so what you guys are talking about, 2024 and, do you deserve? To tell you the truth, I'm looking to do something new. Okay. I already can do what I can do. And what I can do has brought me to this place where I am now. And so if I want more of what I'm doing now, I will continue to do what I'm doing. But next year, I want to own an office building.
Ooh.
So you see, my studio is I got two offices here in this building. One office is my studio, and that door back there, that's my outer office. That's where people will work out there. So what I want is I know the building. I know the improvements that have been done in the building over the last 2 or 3 years because I've been here. And I want to buy this building.
Oh,
yeah.
You will buy the building.
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. I will buy the building. All right. I will buy the building. And
so you knew when it comes to acquiring commercial real estate.
Listen, I am so new. So I had to put a team together to do, just to make sure I'm hitting all the steps. And I paid dearly to get all that done. Okay. So so right now we're working on, coming up with a valuation. I understand now that the way you value a commercial property is not the same way you value a residential property. We're not looking at comps. We're looking at how much income will this building generate? That's how we're going to determine how much we're going to pay for it. And are we going to get a loan for it? Are we going to talk about owner financing? There's a whole lot of things that I've learned, but I do know that the owner probably does not want to deal with capital gains. So they may be open to, carrying the note. Yeah. So we've had the conversations, but not only that, but I like this idea of getting this commercial property, and I want to do another one just like it across town. So I'm getting same concept, because there are people here that have offices in the building, and there are people who have virtual offices.
You're making money both ways.
Exactly, and they don't even show up.
So you put this building under contract yet?
Nope, not yet. We're
putting under contract.
We're still doing all the preliminary work, putting all the ducks in a row. But I've learned from this show and others that it's not as easy as one might think it is. There are a lot of hoops to jump through, and a lot of things that you didn't plan on that you're going to have to do to make sure everything goes right. So I want to learn how to do this, and right now I am not qualified to do this. So I had to hire someone who is qualified so that I can become qualified. I don't listen with my skill set. I don't deserve to have this building with the skill set that I have now. But with the skill set,
develop a new skill set.
There you go.
You keeping it real with yourself this morning. You ain't lying. A lot of people think they're ready for some shit they ain't ready for, man.
No, man, because listen, I'm listening to somebody asked a question the other night on I was listening to the radio, and they said, how many people, it says out of what percentage of people believe they can, if asked to, could they land a plane if the pilot got sick?
Mm.
And you know what? 50% of men said that they could do it.
Hey, you gonna die trying. Literally.
So I have to keep it real. And the other thing we're going to do is we have to level up in this business as well with in the pill method, because getting out there and touching, we need to touch a lot more lives. So we're putting together a huge affiliate program, one of the most lucrative affiliate programs I've even heard of. And so, you've got to share the wealth, and people will be able to help us, and they won't have to sell a thing. All they have to do is direct people to my YouTube channel, and we've got over 2 years worth of shows already up. So we're going to develop that part of the business. And also, I like this concept. We're going to do something new next year, because when we're on live like this, people can see me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, but they can't talk to me. So I said, well, shoot, let me take a page out of O'Neill and Byron's book, and
yes, sir. You can have it. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And so let's just set it up where we can have people come on and have a real call-in show where they can actually ask questions about their finances. So that is something we're going to hit the ground running. Our very first show in January. We've never done it before, but we are going to do it in January. So yeah, we're not looking to do what I'm qualified to do. I'm leveled out there. So I want to do more. I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to be the best I can possibly be. And I haven't hit the top yet. So I got to keep going. I got to keep finding out what that is. So anyway, that's where I'm headed in 2024. More, to be more, to do more.
We appreciate you
We
keeping
got
real,
Bam
man.
Bam in the building, man. We got Bam
In the
Bam.
excavator, man.
He getting to it, man. Hey, I love to see
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bam don't look mixed to me, man. I still don't believe it.
What's that?
So you still don't look mixed to me, man. That's hard to believe.
Hey, I got light skin hair like you, man.
Come on, man. I'm caramel, man.
Yeah, hold on, like
I know you see that mix. That dark skin and that light skin together.
So tell me this, Bam Bam. What's your what do you feel like that you are qualified for, that you're going into 2024 with? And what are some of the things you feel like you are not qualified for going into 2024, but you still want?
So I say what I am qualified for is I just got my license. Well, I'm getting my license in January. I done registered for the plumbing license, and I'm gonna go after that hard all 2024. Cause I'm not qualified to keep trading all my time for somebody else, dog. I just gotta, take that risk a little bit and just run it.
So you plan on opening your own business with the plumbing?
Yeah, I already got my license set up, and my brother, my pop's gonna quit work too, and we're gonna do it together.
Well, that's a hell of a bag, boy.
Yeah, that plumbing bag different.
Yeah, they're hard to find too.
We got about 68 years of experience all together, and we just making somebody else the bag. We're doing subdivisions and new builds, and we just doing it for them.
So you laying down some pipe right now?
Yeah, I'm putting in some
respectfully
pond structure in a new subdivision in Monroe.
So now you want to basically do the same thing you're doing now, but for yourself.
Yes, sir. Exactly that.
Damn, that's what's up. So you plan on buying equipment, or you gonna rent the equipment? Because I know that's pretty expensive.
Well, we're gonna
You got to get what, excavator or a skidster, whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna rent the skidster, but we're gonna buy us an excavator, and we're gonna buy the more expensive thing, which is the excavator first. That way we got it, and we'll rent out skidsters and stuff. And we already getting some land right now to put us on the training. We're putting up a boxing gym, so that land we're gonna subdivide the parcels and use half for the business and half for the gym.
I like that. So how y'all plan on buying an excavator, man? I'm trying to get on your business. Hopefully go teach somebody some stuff today. Because I know you learn some stuff on Clubhouse, man. So how you plan on buying an excavator?
Refinance. I mean, not refinance, but get that hemlock on my property.
So you're going to get the HELOC and you're going to buy the excavator. And the excavator going to make you money to pay back the HELOC and the excavator.
Yes, sir. Because I got me and my wife bought a property for 70 and that we reappraised for 320 now. We put
Shit.
So we're going to, take a little bit out of that and use it, man.
So as soon as you get your license, you quitting it where you at now? You're going to wait till your name get out there and quit?
I've been waiting till my name got out there. I'm quitting. Man, I got to quit, being scared to bet on myself. That's what I got to leave in 2023. That, because it ain't, everybody say it's fear of failure. It ain't fear of failure. It's fear of success. I'm already failing in my eyes.
Why you say you failing?
Because I'm not going out and I'm not pushing myself to the max. You know what I'm saying?
You comfortable?
Yeah, I'm settling.
I like that. I like that you're keeping it real, man. Because we got to realize a lot of people, they want a lot of things, but they're not putting the work in to get those things. Like they know they can do more, but they choose not to do more because they're cool with the life that they have. Even though everything that they want is on the other side of fear, and then put in the work. Yeah,
because it's easy for me to sit out here and do this every day and let somebody else handle all the risk, but they getting all the reward too.
Yeah.
We had a meeting the other day. They said we made $8 million. This is our best year of profit. Man, these jokers gave me $100 Christmas bonus, and I said
yes. So tell me how that made you feel. Because you knowing and listening to the show every morning, I'm sure you thinking in your head, shit, that could have been my 8 million.
Man, what? I felt worse. Hey, I paid my VAs more than that.
Yo, tell me this though, man. Tell me this though. What's the average licensed plumber? What are some of the top plumbers making out there right now?
In your market? Man, it's a quick 500, 600 out here if you got your own business, and that's without equipment. That's just doing repairs and rehabs and tie-ins and stub ups. That ain't even, the whole thing from your getting your own equipment and running it from new.
So you say 500-600?
So no, he stayed with minimal plumbing. That's like the handyman plumber. So what he gonna do? He doing new development plumbing, Byron.
Ooh.
That's a different ballgame.
We work with D.R. Horton and all them a lot now. So I already talked with a lot of their project managers and stuff, and they excited about us jumping into it for ourselves. And
so straight out the gate, you gonna get contracts with DR, all the major builders in your area, basically.
Yeah, because I've been working with them forever for this other company.
And you can undercut their price.
Look, I asked them about it. I said, man, how much they making off y'all? I said, man, we can beat that.
Damn.
So you can beat that. So, but you got to realize with that, you're going to charge a lower price, but it may take you longer because you don't have a team as big as they have.
But we are the team that does it for them.
So you taking everybody with you?
Everybody.
Whoa!
Oh my God! he doing some mafia type shit, man. Everybody coming.
Man, oh man, I'd
And
like
you
to
gonna
jump
pay
in
the
on
same
that.
people to do it with a lower price. Go ahead, Don.
My God.
Yeah, it's going to be very important that you understand your worth. Find out early and charge what you're worth. If they're not willing to pay it, don't do the work. You're going to find out early that that's going to be the way to go. Trust me on that. Find out your worth and charge what you're worth, and let them know that there's a difference between cost and price. So it costs. You want this price, but your cost is going to be very high on the back end because you're not going to get the quality work that you want at that price. So pay my price and you won't have to worry about that high cost later. So find out what your work is worth, and please charge what you're worth. I'm done.
That was
man.
powerful. I ain't gonna lie, that got me a little excited because I see. Let me explain something to y'all. You know, for the people who don't understand what's going on, plumbers right now. Listen, plumbers, electricians, those professions are in top demand right now. And it ain't changing because a lot of those people in that profession were baby boomers and they leaving, and it ain't nobody filling the gap. So for somebody young spirit, huh?
Their sons don't want no part of that plumber or electrician life. That is crazy, bro.
But that's where the money at though. Oh, I'm talking about
Byron,
big money.
Crazy thing is, my homeboy, my friend, we grew up together, went to elementary school together. His dad is a plumber. He got contracts with Walmart. Like, you know how Walmart's got them gas stations in front of Walmart?
Yeah.
His dad is the plumber for that. And I'm talking about all over the country, not just in Louisiana. He be in North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, all that. His son is a firefighter. Ain't making no cheese, man. I've been telling this dude, like, bro, why you not doing what your daddy doing? He finally quit the fire department early this year. Now he doing what his daddy do. Like, why does it take you 15 years to figure out I can do the same thing my dad doing?
Crazy.
O'Neal, I got a question for you.
Go ahead. Oh, before you go, Ice. And they only work 6 months out of the year.
Wow.
Go ahead, Don. My bad.
That's okay, man. I just want to know, have you ever been on a roof? I mean,
yes, sir.
I mean, swinging a hammer, putting a roof on.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Don. I'm the type to know what I'm doing and actually like to do the work, just so I'm, when shit go wrong, I know exactly what's going wrong because I did it before. But I don't have to do it, but yeah.
But you don't have to.
No, sir.
So you don't have to be on a roof to be a roofer.
No, sir.
You don't have to know what a 2-inch pipe is to own a plumbing business. Okay, I'm just saying. So you can be in the business, but do your due diligence, and because there is a dearth of people who are doing the going into the profession. You can think higher. You can own the business. I can own a medical practice right now if I wanted to, but I'm not a doctor or a nurse. Just that they could work for me. So keep that in mind, folks. There are professions out there in this new year. There are niches that need to be filled, and you can fill that niche. Find out what you're excited about and fill it, and find a way. There's more than one way to get things done. You don't have to swing the hammer or turn the screwdriver or drive the truck. But
I'm not gonna lie, Don.
I'm sorry?
You bringing up a beautiful thing, man, because a lot of people think in order for them to get in business, they got to learn how to drive an 18-wheeler. They got to learn how to lay a roof. They got to learn how to put pipes together. And I think as a community, Black community, we need to be on the other side and be the owner, not the doer. We want to be the doers. Or we think in our mind that I have to do the work myself, and really you don't. Really, if you own the business and you hire the doers, because most doers don't want to own their own business because they be stressed out. We need to become owners and hire the people that want to do the work. It's a beautiful situation. We just need to become the marketers.
It reminds me of the situation I'm in now. So I want to get into construction. I know somebody who has more than 20 plus years in construction. And I'm partnering with him. I mean, he already done like a couple million last year. And so my job is really just to connect with him, help him market and get that business up to 10 million by the end of the year.
All you gotta do.
Yeah. So I don't listen, that ain't my space. Right. But what I do know how to do is I know how to market. I know how to put systems together to make businesses efficient. I know how to put teams together, right? That synergistically work, right? I know how to do those things. So I'm bringing that particular mindset to the construction space. And on top of that, I move with integrity. Right. I'm one of those people that for the most part, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna attach my name to anything that's gonna be fugazi, crazy. I'm not gonna do that. So I tend to, keep my word, and I'm gonna take that same mentality to the construction space. And I know just that alone in our market is gonna be worth, at least $10 million by next year. And
just
so,
that alone. Just by being a man of your word.
Just being a man of my word, bro. You got to understand, me being a man of my word has given me and opened up so many doors for me, bro. It just don't make no sense. That's why I be so confused when people be having a short-term mindset and they just want to take right now and burn the bridge later and don't understand, bro. You're going to have to walk back down that bridge.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, it's just that simple. But yeah,
I like it, man. I like it. Where the ladies at, man? Y'all scared? Y'all scared to hit the link, man? Want to hear what y'all got to do? I mean, what y'all trying to do?
I want to hear from some of these ladies that maybe, or some of these fellas that may be looking to get married, maybe looking to take their relationship to the next level, but at the same time, are you qualified?
Yeah, I think they're scared, man. They don't want to speak their truth, man. I think that's what it is. All right, though.
Bam, right. I want to know from Bam, though, since we got Bam here, what are one of the things that you feel like you want to do that you're not qualified for, right? You're not qualified for. You still want it. What is that thing that you may be just struggling with going into 2024?
Probably the training facility.
What's that?
My training facility. Because I've been a boxer. I boxed my whole life. I was ranked number 3 in the country, but I kind of let it go for a long time. But now I got back into it because I see that the business part of it, and I'm like, man, I want to be in the business of boxing. Like I see how I can help athletes and how I can help them, market themselves and become the brand. And so that's what I'm not qualified for is that part, but I'm qualified to teach people how to box.
I love it. I love it.
So you going to train them yourself, or you going to hire some trainers? That's for you, Bam. Y'all can hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Maybe Bam can't hear.
Oh, I ain't hear you. What's that?
So you plan on training the boxers yourself, or you gonna hire some boxing trainers?
I think you're on mute.
Yeah, Bam on mute.
He say something, break up.
So you plan on hiring the trainers, or you gonna train the kids yourself?
All right, one more time. I'm good and I can hear, I think.
He said, you plan on training them yourself, or you gonna hire somebody to do it?
Okay, there we go. So I plan on helping the fighters that are okay myself, but my pops is the trainer. He gonna do the training part, and I'm gonna let him do that. I want him to do the business.
I love it.
I like that. That's what's up.
I want to know Marlo, man. I know we still got Marlo. Do we still got Marlo in here?
Nah, he bounced up.
Okay. Well, shoot, let's keep the conversation going, man. What we're talking about is what are some of the things that you feel that you are qualified for, that you want to get. You know you deserve it, right? You know you qualify for it, and you're going to get that this year. We want you to come live on here and declare that in front of everybody, right? Sometimes just declaring things with the tongue, that does something, to them goals. You got to put it out there. Don't put it out there. Declare it live, right? That way we can hold you accountable as family, and we can go into this 2024 making sure that we hitting these targets. And then also, if it's something that you feel like you're struggling with, we want to know, because guess what? Somebody else may be struggling with that same thing as well. They may be struggling with that same thing, and they may need to hear your perspective on some of the things you're struggling with and some of the things you've tried or haven't tried yet to help you get past what you're trying to get past. So that's the goal of a conversation like this, right? We want to do this. This is a collective thing. So if you haven't, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody that want to come and join in to the conversation, definitely join in, because we want to hear. We want to hear. So
let me ask this. So, when people have goals and they typically don't hit them, why do we feel, or why do we think once you hit their goals? You think it's a mindset thing? You think it's a less of taking action? You think it's the people that's around them? Why do you think people have these goals and don't even close to touching? What's your thoughts on that, Don and Byron? I'm sure some people in that position right now, they got everything they need. They got the know-how, they got the skills, but something is missing.
Fear of failure. I think fear of failure. I think people pleasing. Fear of failure, people pleasing, looking stupid in front of folk that don't give a damn anyway. It's complication, right? Allowing yourself to be distracted. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, where a lot of times we'll find ourselves doing things and we think we're being productive, but we're really productively, what I call it, lazy busy, right? We being lazy busy. We busy doing a whole bunch of things that don't necessarily move our needle in business further, faster, and better, right? So we'll find ourselves maybe helping some different folk that we know for a fact ain't finna do nothing with this help, right? We find ourselves fearful, right, of doing certain things because we're afraid of looking a certain way if we don't hit our mark, right? So all of these different things, that's what I think has been a common. I know that's some of the things that I struggle with, me personally, and I had to make myself, see past all of that, like shit, just get out there and just do it. What would you say, Don?
You're on mute, Don.
I'm reading a book now, and I told you about the other day. It's called Mindset by Carol S. Dweck, and it talks about a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. When you have a fixed mindset, then even if you're talented, people with a fixed mindset think they should not fail. They shouldn't have problems. They're so talented, they should be able to do well every time. And because of that, they generally burn out because of that mindset. But a growth mindset knows that I'm going to make mistakes along the way. I'm going to learn from those mistakes. I'm going to grow from those mistakes. And I think that's more than anything for this year. I definitely want to be the latter, where I am going to, do the things that I need to do to make it. A few years ago, I owned a business in a tree and shrub business and lawn mowing and all of that. And one of my customers came out and asked me and said, "Can you put a sprinkler system in for me?" I said, "Yes, I can." And then I went about finding somebody that could actually do it. They didn't ask me if I knew how to do it. They asked me if I could do it. So that is the kind of mindset that I want to continue to have, is a mindset of growth where you can go out and not be afraid to try something that speaks to you. I mean, you could have, listen, you have, there's something in practically everyone that they want, that they have an intense desire to do. But because of a job, but because of because of what other people might say, do you know how many people talked to me in 2007 when I decided to leave the fire department? I was in the fire department for 17 years. You have to be in the fire department for 25 years to draw a pension. I left after 17 years to start this business. You know how many people said that was the wrong thing to do? And looking back, you know, I probably could have done it a little better. But for me, the way that I'm wired, it would have taken me longer to get to this goal, trying to do both things at the same time. So for me, it was the thing to do, even though it was a struggle in the beginning. But I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. You've got to try, you've got to fail, and you've got to learn from failing. You just have to fail forward. Keep that in mind.
I love that, man. I love that. We got DQ in the building, man. Before we even go to DQ, we got to get this thing at least 50 likes, man. Y'all do not like that like button. It's free. Just tap it. You know what I'm saying? It takes no money. It takes zero effort. Just hit the like button, man. Show us a little love, man. We at least need to get
the like button.
Yeah, man. That's how y'all show us y'all enjoying the conversation. Just hit the like button if y'all don't mind. Y'all don't mind. DQ, good morning.
Well, what's going on, my good clean brothers?
Hey,
what's happening? What's happening? We happy you hit a join us this morning because you always got some good things to say.
Yeah, you know I had to come represent for my good clean sisters. Always.
You the only one step to the plate this morning.
I'm gonna step to the plate every time. Hello.
I think a lot of ladies ain't stepping to the plate because we was talking about yesterday, man. That accountability piece, Byron. They don't like that part.
Ooh. Oh my! Well, you know what? As a lady, I don't mind being held accountable because I'm most definitely holding your ass accountable. Ooh. So please hold me accountable because I'm definitely holding you accountable. But yeah, my good clean sisters, some of them just, you know, we gonna do better in 2024 though. We gonna do better. We gonna do better.
We gonna see about that. Ladies been around a long time, man. I don't know if y'all can get a little bit better with the accountability piece.
Oh, not too much on us. We gonna do better.
So what's the thing you qualify for, or you asking for that you qualify for, you're gonna get in 2024?
Ooh, about to drop some G14 classified information. I think what I'm gonna be doing in 2024. This is a new business model that I've adopted, where I'm going to be taking this business model to Fortune 500 companies. And it's going to be to help them bring their businesses into the virtual store model, which is inclusive of metaverse. And so that's what I am going to do this coming year. And I think I'm qualified, but I'm not qualified. And I'm explaining that to you. So that's why I said this, because I know you guys are asking what you feel like you qualify for and what you don't qualify for. So I'm qualified because I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been building this business model and I've had a team behind it and testing it and making sure everything was 100% together. So I'm qualified. I know exactly what I'm doing. But I have never dealt with a clientele such as a Fortune 500 company. And I don't give a damn how comfortable I feel or how intimidating it is. I'm stepping into them this coming year with this new business model. So I feel like I'm not qualified because y'all know your girl is a little rough around the edges. I'm not as polished, you know, or well-spoken as most of, you know, your, I don't know what you want to call them, you know, most people, you know. And so I am a little intimidated because I don't know how I'm going to be taken in that arena.
They might like that though.
They might. I don't know. We got to see.
They might like that. You know, some of them Nella brothers love some chocolate. That's all I gotta say. You know.
Okay, well they can get somebody else to do it because I don't want no coffee, no milk in my coffee. Hello, I'm just here to report the news. I don't want no smoke with nobody, but I'm reporting the news.
I'm just saying that they like that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well,
Because
yeah. Well,
typically they
they like
don't
the
see that.
energy. I hope
They
they
don't
do
see
like
that.
the energy. You know, I'm
Yeah.
me wherever I go, so I can't change that.
Yeah. So you may be straight. You may be what they've been looking for.
Oh, I know for a fact I'm what they're looking for when they come down to this bag and bringing their. I know most businesses, especially at that level, is already online, and even in the product state in the product stands, they're probably already selling some type of product, but they're not going to be doing what I'm bringing to them, and that's a fact.
So what value that you have that you can help them out?
Oh my God. I
That's
mean,
what they go ask, you know.
oh, yeah, absolutely. I have the value proposition I have is astronomical. Especially for a Fortune 500 company because they're going to have the tools and the resources that's needed in order for them to fully implement this at its highest scale. And so, me coming in and being able to put this business model in front of them where they can take now and not only get products to people around the world, but they can also sell products in the metaverse with their virtual stores, and nobody's doing that.
So you can get their revenue up. That's what you're saying?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. We revenue up. I'm talking about 10x in the revenue. Hello.
Sound like nobody can tell you no then, as long as they got a budget for the marketing. So you
Oh yeah, that's
plan
all
to
they need is a budget for the marketing.
You plan on doing all their back end marketing and all that too, or you just gonna give them the blueprint and they find their own people to do it?
Oh no. We have for this specific vein of things, we have the whole setup. This would be a fully done for you service.
So with that, I'm guessing they're gonna have a retainer with you.
Yes, they would have to. Yes.
So with this new business model, what's your goals of income level you trying to reach? Because I'm sure you got all that written down already.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. With this new business model, not even just with this one specific business model, but the new way that I'm taking my entire brand going into next year, your girl going for the bees. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm shooting for the stars. Okay, in my mind, I should be by 45. I'm 41. I just turned 41. I'm trying to be a whole billionaire. Okay, by 45. If this is executed, this is getting ready to add some zeros to your girl. Okay.
Now the question is, do you qualify for the bees you're asking for?
Well, let me hold your mule, O'Neal. I'm more than qualified. I'm overly qualified because the Father I serve owned a house on 1,000 hills. Let me preach to y'all. Don't let me start preaching talking about what I'm qualified for. I'm qualified because he qualified. I can have whatever I want, okay? Because I'm gonna do the work. Hello. I don't want y'all. Don't get me to start preaching on here now, because hello, I'm qualified. I'm overly qualified.
To your church. I would go to your church. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I'm overly qualified. See, one thing about me, I do my due diligence, and I'm not stepping and going no place if I'm not stepping correctly, and that's just period. And so the business model, like I said, that I've developed is extremely solid, and like I said, I don't have no worry. It's not a doubt in my mind about my qualification skills when it comes down to what I do. Now, again, so yeah, I'm overly qualified for the position. Hello. And I don't if you don't think you overly qualified to do whatever you want to do, you need to change your mindset. Hello.
I love that. I love that. She came in here with all the smoke, Byron.
I love it. I'm here for all of that.
Yeah, I like that. We got another lady in the building.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know how to say the name. I'm gonna just say Bugs and Bites. Good morning.
What's going on? Oh, what's up, Byron and everybody?
What's happening?
Peace. It's a blessing and a pleasure to be able to do this, y'all, and I appreciate it because I don't do a lot of talking all the time, but this
We
was
love to hear your voice this morning and see them dreads, girl. I like it.
Yeah.
Listen, I couldn't sit back and not talk about some of the things because I love the topic, and I agree with drop shipping queen. You already qualified. You just got to believe it and know it and step out on faith because your father already gave it to you. And that's how I look at it. And I love what Don says about having that growth mindset because you can't be stuck. And so with me, it's like I've been setting up 2024 almost without even realizing that I was setting it up. So I'm going into 2024 with a lot of things already at play. And one of my biggest things I would say is I'm a producer, and I have a big project that's coming up for 2024, which is like my humanitarian project in entertainment. And I just haven't been doing my craft for years. I've been kind of stuck, y'all. And it's like for a few reasons. One, I lost my mother over 9 years ago, and I was just really in this grieving state. Didn't even realize how stuck I was. And I'm back. And so we already have it planned for this big photo shoot in a foreign country next year. And the sponsors are coming aboard. I'm always looking for more, but we're partnering with a nonprofit organization, and we're going to celebrate these people that really are living their possible last lives together, and take them and do this shoot in another country. I've never done a shoot in another country. So it's like, that's the part that I know I'm not going to say I would think I would be qualified for because there's a lot of hoops to jump over, but I'm qualified and overqualified to do it because that experience already exists. And I am partnering with people that have done this as well as, my IT company. We just got word yesterday that we are now going to be listed as one of the major vendor suppliers for a major corporation in the United States. So that's going to be,
Congrats.
thank you. It's going to be new, but it's something that I do already, but on a smaller scale. But now we're going national with it, with a major corporation that's listing us. And so we got blessed with that. And it's like, I can't stop. So here's the other thing. I've never done this. And now I'm partnering with a company that is a glass developing company and installs glass for construction projects, for homes, residential, commercial, doesn't matter. It turned out that the gentleman and I just kind of been talking about looking at how to work together, and he's trusting me to do his YouTube and media production, already prepaid for that, but then wanting to partner with me. And I've never done it, so I'm going to keep him on board as I continue to work with him and buy him out of his company and buy his project. And I'll just be what Don was just talking about, owning something that I don't even do, but also partnering with the individual and keeping him on board. And we're going to take this into 2024. I couldn't sit back and not talk about these things because I want y'all to hold me accountable because you guys are my family. Truthfully, I stay plugged in as much as I can because I don't know
Appreciate that.
around me that is in that same mindset. But I love you guys and I appreciate it, y'all.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sound like a bag is attached to you getting listed on that national thing. So,
oh yeah,
you ready? You ready for all the autumn leads that's about to come in, or what?
I'm ready and I'm gearing myself up, mentally ready. Staff, I need to add more people, but I am mentally ready for it. I have my core crew. I'm going for it. I'm not even going to say no. I'm ready.
That's major. I love that for you. I think you definitely gonna reach that success you're looking for. Now, typically, let me ask you this. When businesses they want a bigger number, they want more clients. You just said a big thing. Like typically, if a lot of people come in, they can't service them as well as they did when they were smaller. How do you think you can mitigate that problem?
From my perspective, mitigating it for them, if they want to have me do the job, is that what you're asking? I just want to be clear.
Yeah, because like a small business, let's just say they used to serving 50 clients.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say something happened, they get listed on the shade room, just something. So now they go from 50 to 150 overnight. And now their quality of service isn't the same like it was to those 50 people because they got a rush of people. And now you got to start hiring. And then the people that you hire don't get the training to service those other people correctly. So I'm just asking you, are you ready for all that?
So, yes. I am. Even being a one-woman show, in a sense, I do have a core crew that I already have that work with me. But the reason I'm ready is because Byron talks about it all the time, is the systems. I've always had my systems and have been structuring to keep my systems in place. So I am so well connected. That I really just need to put a request in, and my back end team can fill whatever. And that back end team is not one that I own, but it's one that I partner with because I put the systems in place. So I'll be able to handle it, but I'm looking for the influx. So that's going to be a great problem for me to have at the same time if I can't. But my immediate staff I already have. My back end support I have at least probably a good 10 different companies to cross because of my telecom situation that we partner with. And so, yeah, I'll be able to do it because even with this, the company that we're doing a national project with, they're going to be looking more along the lines of IT, telecom, and that's my forte. So I am really structured already to do it. That's why I'm like, I just got to step out and do it. And so, again, that's a good problem to have at the same time, but I'm not a failure. So not in the sense of I'm going to let somebody down. I've gone through my ups and downs, don't get me wrong, but I'm coming out headstrong. So I'm going to make sure it gets done. That's the way I look at it.
It's your season. It's your season. So I'm happy you said it because you mentioned systems. A lot of people don't have the proper systems in place to manage all the success they're looking for. So you said it correct. You got the systems, you got the back end team, partner with somebody, and now you at that moment where you're ready to receive as much as possible. So I'm doing the same thing in my education business. So for a long time I wasn't doing it properly. I was just doing it because people was asking for it. So now I'm really turning it up in a business. So I didn't have the systems. I was just doing it. I just get on the Zoom and we make it happen. So now I have all the systems in place. That's what I did probably the last 6 months of 2023. So now I'm ready to turn it up to the next level. So same position that you in, I'm ready to start doing the marketing and the partnerships to get more leads in, to have more people. So I like what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for having me here. Always a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming. Oh, before you go, what's something that you want to do that you don't think you qualify to do before you go?
This project in the foreign country that we're going to do the production on.
Yeah, you did say that.
I was like, I'm doing it. It's not even one. That's already in process. We're doing it. I just have never done it in a foreign country. So I'm just, reaching out, asking for support, help from the people that have already gone to this place. My partners, part of them already own where we're going. So that's going to be comfort and then support for me there because they can give me landscape and all that even before we get there. So I'm still doing my due diligence, but I have never done a production in a foreign country. So it's like, I'm going for it though. I'm not
step of that new season.
Absolutely. I am not shutting that door.
I like that. Well, definitely appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely.
Much success to you. I know you're going to make it happen. What's your thoughts on that, Don?
Well, you were talking about putting the systems in place about people who, they start out as solopreneurs and then their business grows. You were speaking out of the book, The E-Myth. Have you read it? Because it sounds like you have.
No, I live it though, but no.
Okay. Yeah. So O'Neill, that I would get that series as a series of books, The E-Myth. And so that you can, and that's what we've had to do. We had to put the systems in place to be able to do that. Now, can I do all of that? I only have so much bandwidth. So, we have over the years, we've developed an email list, but we weren't doing anything with it. So we hired somebody who knows how to, do email blasts and put out, different content. Oh, and with chat, with chat GPT, then we're coming up. You should have seen the great Thanksgiving letter we wrote to all of our existing clients. It was great, and it went out to all of them so easily. I just got on chat, the chat, developed the letter, sent it over to my person, and they sent it out to everybody, and everybody appreciated it. We're going to do another one for Christmas. So having these systems in place to help you to not only get new clients, but the clients you have were expensive to get. So what are you doing to help to serve those clients so that they can help you to get more? Okay. So constantly getting new clients is a work that we all need to do. But what about the clients you already have? How do you take care of them so that they can help you, so that they can help bring you more business? That's where we want to be in this new year. We want to help the clients we already have level up, and they can, and they will listen, they'll be your best cheerleaders, the clients you already have, if you find a way to give additional value without them having to give you more money.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm talking about? And that's where we're going to be going in this next year, to level up. So I'm glad for this conversation, because now that I've said it, O'Neill's going to ask me, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" Yeah, O'Neill,
You're right. You know me well, brother. You know me well.
We got it done. We got it done. Especially putting out there about, becoming, getting this office building. Listen, man, that is a huge undertaking. I don't know anything about this part. And so it could be scary or it could be exciting. Which do you want it to be?
A little bit of both. I like both. I ain't gonna lie to you, Don. I like scary and exciting. Because if I'm think about me, if I'm scared of something, I'm fearful of it, I'm gonna be 100% it. Like, I was scared of heights, so I'm gonna face my fears. I jumped out of a plane. I'm scared of heights. So the job I used to have, we used to be in heights. I used to be taking 300 feet off a rope. You know what I'm saying? So if you're scared of something, you have to figure out how can you mitigate the fear that you have. So if you're scared to put your face in front of a camera, you need to start practicing by yourself. You don't have to actually post on social media, but make videos at your house on the camera, adding value. You got to face the fears that you have. How do you expect to level up in anything if you're scared to face the fears? So I definitely feel everybody should start facing fears so y'all can get better. And don't let the fear hold you back from the success that's designated for you, that God had for you. So really, you're holding yourself back when it's already there for you.
Yeah, you should have seen my first videos. Oh my God.
Mine too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I hate doing stuff like what we doing now, but I had to get better over time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like no camera, man. I don't like attention. I don't like nothing. But, it is what it is. So let's talk to Ruby. What's your thoughts on this conversation?
Let me unmute myself. Hey, y'all. Good morning.
What's going on?
What it do?
Man, I'm excited about the new year. A lot of stuff coming up. I think for me, the biggest thing would be is just being in arenas with people who are already moving at a higher level. So I think for me, where I feel like sometimes I might be not qualified because you're dealing with people who know their industry and I'm trying to support them, right? And I deal with a lot of clients that, they have some complex things that they're trying to do and not everybody's in the same industry. So I have to do my diligence in research. So the more that I can pull from clients and ask them what are your pain points? So then I can go research those pain points and focus on those pain points. So that's how I can just make sure I'm still qualified. I can be good at systems. I can be good at business. But if I don't understand what their particular problem is, that's where I'm going to have a problem at. So, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in the new year.
So what do you want that you don't think you qualified to get at this moment for the next year?
I think capacity is important for me. I'm just one person, so I don't want a bunch of clients. So for me, I'm more so I want the right clients. I don't need a bunch. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think my agency is at that level to take on capacity. I can have opportunity, but for me, quality matters. So if I don't have enough time to do it, even though I might make that money, I'm more concerned about how I'm producing what I'm doing. So for me to stay qualified or feel like I'm going to be underqualified if I don't have that time to give to really be a due diligent at that. So for me, that's where like when my agency built, I'm just one person. I have my copywriter. I have a couple other people. So I've learned to use like third party people as well. So I have been working on like my partnerships because I do want to serve more people, but there's a limited capacity at some point. I can't be at 50 people. Right now, I think I'm serving about 34 people. That's a lot. So I stay pretty busy by myself. My copywriter takes on an area that is really big in my business where it's the words, it's the conversation that's happening. And I have to trust that she can do that job without me having to manage her. So I qualify other people to work for me based on their skill sets too. Like, I don't want to feel like I have to micromanage them because then it's really doing me a disservice of why I have them here. So even in my partnerships, I always start off like that. So I think for me to stay qualified, that's the best way that I can do that.
I love that you're being real with yourself. You know, a lot of people want things, they think they're ready for it, but they're really not. I'm definitely excited to hear that. I got a question for the people, man. We hear a lot of people want these things in 2024. A lot of people have goals, wishes, and want things that they qualify for. What's your thoughts about, I'm big on accountability. What's your thoughts about if we make like an accountability group? It could be like Facebook group, WhatsApp group, Telegram group, something like that. If y'all be interested in a group like that,
Telegram,
we got the one that's for the real estate thing, right? So maybe we can add on to that one because, you know, a lot of people here, y'all want to do amazing things, but sometimes, you know, you need that push from somebody else. Sometimes you want to be around other people that's doing what you want to do because at the end of the day, we all got family, friends, because we about to go to Christmas. You know, they're going to have people that's not on the same thing that you're on that may bring you back to the person that you used to be in 2023 and when you need to be a different person in 2024. So if y'all need something like that, let us know. We'll put it out there. Because at the end of the day, the only way we get better is we hang around people that's doing better than us or getting that information and push that we need. What's your thoughts about that? If y'all want that, put a number 1 in the chat or something so we can make sure we put that together.
Absolutely. I know for a fact that, you know, we haven't talked about it a lot. But I do believe that, you know, everybody that is already in the Telegram that we had, you know, and I think that's going to be on us too. Oh, we're going to have to get a little bit more active because a lot of people was putting in some deals in Deal Machine. I don't know if people are if they're still active with that, because I do believe that right now, listen, you know, we kind of fell back for a little bit because, you know, we didn't know exactly where the market was headed. But right now, listen to me. All of those leads that you got in your Deal Machine, all of those things you was putting together for your bank readiness, you need to be going extra ham on that right now because, listen, lives can literally be changed. When they change those interest rates, it literally can change the trajectory of your
life,
financial
your income, everything.
This is a fact. And so don't be lacking whenever Jerome Powell start making all of these announcements and we already knee deep into the announcements. By that time, you late. I'm telling you, you late. So it's critical that we start getting aggressive now. But we got my guy Darby in the building, man. What's going on, Darby? Appreciate you for coming on, man. We appreciate everybody for coming on to the live and having the conversation live with us. This is new for us. I know some of y'all are scared, but y'all gonna have to get past all of that scariness.
Yeah.
Also, I know some of y'all are struggling right now with just hitting the like button. We got 120 people in here, and we got some people that's scared to hit that like button. Matter of fact, if you've hit that like button already, put a number 2 in the chat. I just want to know who the ride or die folk in the building right now. If you've already hit the like button, on this video right now, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat right now. I just want to know who the ride or die folk is right now. Now, no, don't lie now. Yeah, we don't want you to lie now, because what if God come through on this lie and he strike you down? We don't know. I'm just we don't know what God may do with the liars of right now. I don't know. So we don't want to.
We see a lot of dead folks, huh?
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. But we got my guy Darby in the building. What's happening, man? Always good to see Darby, man. What's your take on this conversation, man? I've been enjoying it myself.
All right, so I think my phone's on a little bit of delay. I think like the last part, y'all say y'all was gonna hold an accountability group, but am I late to this part of it? Where we at right now?
No, you right on time.
You right on time.
Okay, that's a bit. So, like, I love the accountability, and I need it most coming up in the season because I feel like in the real estate space, right, when everything was taking off in like 2018, everybody was hype about it because real estate was sexy, right? It was like wholesaling was a new thing, and everybody was a community, so it was like no stingy energy because a lot of the gatekeepers, start putting their stuff out on YouTube and start getting out for free because YouTube was paying. It did. I feel like, just let me know if y'all feel like this too. Like over the past, I want to say like year and a half, a lot of people have been stingy. Like they've been real keeping it like on the hush on like certain nuances and like development and stuff like that. So have y'all been feeling like that lately? It's like, people have been real stingy lately. It's like not in our community right here, but like on the outside. You feel like everybody's like as quiet as kept around there?
I don't think it's quiet kept. It's just a lot of people not in the business no more. Like a lot of people that was in real estate 2-3 years ago, they gone. So now it's showing who's really real estate investors. So a lot of people was in it just because it was popular. I'm not no shade to dropshipping queen, but a lot of people was in Amazon dropshipping just because it was popular. You don't really see that no more either. So, you got to realize the real from the fake. So now the real people that's actually in the business, everyday business, is standing up and standing out.
Word. You know what? That makes sense because a lot of them aren't in the business, and a lot of them are. And the ones that were popular, kind of ish, they're now selling courses on what they learned and actually doing the business. But I'm all for that accountability piece, man, because people, they go through their little, life challenges or whatever, but they just need that person to pick them back up. And I just know it's hard to do it by yourself. And then, just like everybody else says, it's lonely at the top. And honestly, if it wasn't for y'all's community, I wouldn't know what type of community I'd be a part of. Like, I got my homies here in Charlotte or whatever, but it's like everybody doing their own thing. And it's not as cheerful or as exciting no more. Like, I know everybody in the business, but it's like, how people like, hey, what y'all up to this week? How can I help you? What challenges are you facing and so on and so forth. Okay, you know what? I know this person put you in connection with this person, you get it done. And I don't see that happening no more like it used to be. So I'm also down for that accountability piece because it'll build up a network for people who actually need the help. Yes,
indeed, man. So what's something that you qualify for that you won in 2024? I don't think you hit on that yet.
So I don't know if y'all know, I probably touched on it a couple of times. Like I almost had this development deal, but it fell through, right? And for the people that I thought that was in my corner, it wasn't necessarily. They were just in it because they probably were gonna get a piece of the pie. And I wasn't, I'm not stingy at all about, breaking bread with anybody. But it's like development is very, very tight-knit in this city of Charlotte. If you don't know the right people, then you ain't gonna really get into it as easy as you want to. And that's where I find myself where I'm not qualified in those rooms. Like I just had to put myself in there because I really want to break ground in development, like last year. And I've done wholesaling, done flipping, done rentals, I've done the whole nine, but I just want to really get that piece of development because I don't want to just do one parcel, and say, oh, just get that experience. No, just give me the whole bag. So I really feel like I'm not qualified for that, but I'm going to definitely do it.
What makes you feel you're not qualified for that?
Just because I haven't necessarily done the actual, ground up build before. And a lot of people tell you, oh, it's easier if you do just like a single parcel. I'm just like, all right, I've done a flip before. If you're doing a flip, you know what the ins and outs are. So now you just got to do it on more of a grand scale. I'm not telling you I'm out to go out here and build 100 units. Like I at least want to build 10 or more. To get a couple acres of land to do 10 or more. So, you know, a lot of people tell you, you know, if you don't got the experience, then you're not qualified. But shit, I'm on what DQ would say. You know, I've been qualified since day one. And people make it seem like it's hard, and it's really not. Like, just the only hardest part about development is dealing with the city and the county.
It's a fact.
I like it. So Garland, I see you got Garland in the building. What's your response to that? Because he wants to be a developer, and I know you got experience with that. What would you say to him
if he new to the game?
Dang, just drop me in like that.
Yeah. No intro. Just
hey, you know what's crazy? I might be using one of Garland's plans, to be honest with you.
That part.
I would hold on, I'm trying to get my camera set up. I would say so the first thing you did touch on the right part, that the hardest thing about development is dealing with the governing authorities, the city, county, whoever it is. That's where I see most projects fail at. And it's usually just because people haven't studied and read the rules. And you know, the crazy thing is the rules are now all online. So it's not like the information is hidden from you. You know, the internet leveled the playing field. But I'll just say you know, getting with a mentor who actually is somebody who is solid and actually doing the business can really help. But the main thing I tell you, man, is jump out there. You know, don't be afraid. You're gonna make mistakes. You know, I used to work for big builders, and I could tell you anytime we did like a brand new plan, they always did like a first build walk, and they would go through and mark out all the mistakes that we made and then update the plans for the next time that we build that project. So no project is going to be perfect. There's always going to be, you know, things that you felt like you can do better. I mean, our first project that we built, these 2 duplexes, after we finished the project, I redid the plans and came up with a new version of them because I didn't like what we had built. You know, so it just, you just got to jump out there, man, and find the right team to work with. And, you know, don't let fear hold you back. There's a lot of opportunity in this space for us, especially minorities, because we can develop in communities that we know. And a lot of these people, they don't want to develop in those communities because they, you know, they still live off of what they known about the community. Like I was in a Facebook group a couple of weeks ago, and I seen somebody ask if Fifth Ward was a good place for them to buy a rental property in. It was a ton of people that commented on there talking about, hell no, it's the bloody nickel, yada, yada, yada. And I just sat back and laughed because I know those people don't have any clue what's going on in Fifth Ward. So I'll let them stay where they are while we continue to double down and buy land in that area and build projects and watch it change. And then, you know, 10 years or a couple of years from now, they'll look up and be like, wow, Fifth Ward has really changed. I should have bought property over there. And now they can't afford it.
Wow.
110.
Wow. What would you say, Garland, to somebody who is, you know, looking to do something new in the space, and they, you know, they've done some flips, right? But they haven't really like done full new construction, like from a city planning perspective. What are some of the things you would tell them to look out for going into that particular space and getting that part right?
The first thing, study those rules.
What would
I know in Houston, you know, we don't have zoning, but every other city in America does. So the first thing you want to do is go look at the planning and the zoning website, because that's going to govern what you can and can't do. So, you know, you might be looking at a piece of land and dreaming about building a fourplex on it, and it might be zoned single family, and the only thing they might let you do is build a house and a garage apartment on it. You know, and then the other thing I would say is, if you are looking at the zoning, look for opportunities to upzone lots. There are a lot of cities that are going through. I don't know if y'all saw Austin recently just voted to allow 3 units on a single lot by right now. So so that's a form of upzoning, where a city is revising their rules and allowing someone to upzone the use of a lot. So those are opportunities that'll be presented across the nation. Even if cities don't do things as drastic like what Houston has done, or Austin, or I think San Antonio made changes to their rules too earlier this year. Even if they don't do things like that, they still might have sections of their code where they're allowing you to come in and make changes, come in and increase the highest and best use of a lot. So, the best thing that you can do is just become an expert in your rules in your city. That's the best thing that you can do.
I love that. Love that, man. We got my guy Ken in the building. We got Darby. We got Garland. We got Ice Dunn in the building. I'm just saying. Ken,
Man,
what's going on, man?
just waking up, dog.
Just waking up and getting to it, huh?
Yeah,
You was at
man.
that club all night?
Nah, I actually went to bed around 8, and I had to sleep the whole night. I ain't getting no sleep.
Damn. So I know, man, this is a pretty loaded topic, man, because we asking people, what do you feel, going into 2024, what do you feel that you are qualified for, right? And that you are going to make happen in 2024. What does that look like for Ken? And then also, what do you feel like you're not qualified for, but you still want it? You still
Man,
want it, but you may not be qualified for it. What's that thing for you?
when we talking about qualifications, we talking about opportunities. What we talking about?
Opportunities, everything. Like,
Man, that's a deep question, bro. Come on, I just woke
yeah.
up. Golly, man.
That's what make it more filler.
I know, right? I feel like this year has taught me a lot. As far as what you want, what I want out of life or whatnot, and what I feel like that I am qualified for. And I took a trip a couple weeks ago with one of my good friends. He's a developer in Florida, one of my best friends, and he came and picked me up on his private jet, and we flew from here, Houston, to Atlanta. We met with some people that's opening up some pickle socials out there in here, and then we flew from Houston. I'm from Atlanta to Miami for Art Basel. Met with a bunch of people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and we flew from there to Destin, and then he took me to all 30 of his developments, right? And I think that opened up my mind to more things, right? We always talk about development here in Houston, talk about these projects, building a few houses here, build a few houses in there, but why are we not talking about building entire communities of homes and building luxury homes and communities and office buildings and marinas? And that's what I feel like I'm qualified for. Matter of fact, no, for real, bro. Like, I watched my guy. If you go on my top social on the website, his wife is the only Caucasian lady on the website. I did it on purpose, for diversity. But to see him go from nothing, homeless, and we kind of was broke at the same time, to him making $20 million this year from development, net profit. That's his portion of it, right? I don't see why I can't qualify for things like that, right? And I think it's just the actions that I have to take to do so, right? I feel like that's things that I'm qualified for that. I understand the game. I understand how to do it. What's crazy about, as soon as I opened up my mind to be able to qualify for that, I came home to Houston immediately when he dropped me off, and we drove over to this lady's house, and she offered us to buy a piece of land in Texas A&M, literally a mile from Texas A&M. There's 80 acres of land to develop right off of the airport. I already raised the capital in a week and a half for $5.5 million to purchase this piece of property and develop, right? So qualification is in here for whatever you want out of life, right? And I feel like that's where I'm at, right? I feel like I'm qualified to make $20 to $30 million a year from developments in real estate, right? And the way my guy broke it down is what he's doing for development and stuff like that. It was like, why in the hell have I not been doing this? You know what I mean? Like, He taught me how he bought his private jet, right? And I thought he was bullshitting when he said he was, because he was here in Houston. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to go back home and buy this jet," right? And then he broke it down to me how he did it with no money out of his pocket. And I'm like,
Damn, wait a minute.
what the fuck? Why am I not taught this? But it's because I'm just not hanging around the right people to teach me this. And when he broke it down to me, it was so simple. And I'm gonna break it down to you how to buy a jet with no money out of your pocket right now. This type of stuff I'm qualified for right now, right? So these private jets, right? You can buy them. They like 8-seaters or whatever. They're probably worth $2 or $3 million, right? So you have people that go rent these private jets, these hours from it, right? Each hour may be $2,000 per hour. So if you're flying from, let's say, here to Los Angeles, that's 3.5 hours. Or they just say 3 hours, right? That's immediately $6,000 out your pocket that you got to pay per hour. Plus, you got to pay your pilots. Plus, you got to pay for the fuel, right? So a trip from here to Los Angeles, round trip may cost you $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, whatever, right? So the bank, right? You basically get a mortgage on your plane, right? You go to your bank and you say, "Hey, I have this jet that has all these hours sold already this year," right? It's crazy. So they just say that that jet has 200 hours sold, right? Already, based on however much you selling that jet. I mean, you selling those hours for. Basically, that's an already income producing property. Let's put in those terms, right? So basically, that jet, let me put in even more simpler terms for you. It's already DSCR, meaning that it already has contracts set up to be paid, right? And the mortgage on that jet is a certain amount. Let's say the mortgage on that jet is $20,000 a month, but that jet is producing $60,000 a month. Well, you got $40,000 a month profit in there that you're making already on your jet. So you go to the bank and you're like, "Hey, I have this jet that I want to purchase that's already has these amount of hours already being allocated towards different people. And those hours already paid for, right?" And then you show that in their jet account that they already had this money set up in there to be paid out. And then based on the amount of money that jet has come in, based on how much the jet costs, if that money is double to what that jet is, then a bank will finance that jet 100%, period. Then that jet is a tax write-off. So whatever that is, they say he bought it for $3 million and there's no money out of his pocket. Now he has a $3 million write-off that he has. So now, not only did he buy the jet with no money out of his pocket, right? He's now getting paid to own a jet. And then he can use those jet hours that's already in there or the money that's already in the jet account to fly for free. That's how you buy a jet with no money out your pocket. That's the type of shit I'm qualified for.
Hey man, that's a beautiful situation right there.
You know, it's crazy. I was actually, when I flew out to Miami with Grant Cardone, because we flew on his jet.
We landed right next to, we parked right next to his plane. I can show y'all a video of that.
Crazy. And so I met with, because Barbara Majeski, she has a jet with her and
another guy.
Fuck. Yeah. So they own a jet as a co-op. And they were telling me how, they pretty much ain't really even paying much for it because it stays booked on the times that they're not in it, and they're able to still utilize the jet for the things that they need to use it for whenever they do. And I thought that was a pretty dope play the way they had that set up, and it was a nice jet. You know what I mean? So yeah, pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I think we need to get us a jet, man.
That's the type of stuff I'm qualified. I feel like I'm qualified for. Not feel like.
You qualify.
That's like trying. You can't. If you try, you're not doing. I know that I'm qualified for stuff like that. Just off the energy of me going out there and meet with my guy, him taking him to all 30 of his developments and taking me how he broke it down and how he worked himself multiple ways in his deals. The ones that he sold, and the one like he put me like when we were driving around, he took me to one that he had just took over a development that he was going to flip to the marina. He's like, man, I'm about to flip this one in about 4 months. Let me know how much money you got to put in. We can 2x it real quick. Shit. I wired that money so fast to his account.
Hey, tell me this, Ken. Who gonna be doing the bill for your man? I need to be bidding on that bill, man. I
So
think
this is what he's doing though. The developments that he's doing, he's selling them to bigger builders. He's selling them to like D.R. Horton. He's selling them to the Liberty Homes and to the Pulte Homes. So he's taking these developments. He's taking these pieces of land, empty land, and he's doing all the groundwork.
Gotcha.
All of
I
the
already know what the
groundwork.
play is.
And then he's selling them to the bigger builders.
Subdivided, you sell it. Yeah.
I already know the play.
Bro, I'm talking about large communities.
Yeah, I already know the play. I got one like that right now. I got one. It's on a smaller scale, but I'm doing the same. I did the same thing, and I ain't even try to do it. Bro, I ain't even try to do it, and it just worked out that way.
When he told me that, he was like, Ken, he was like, I've been trying to tell you to come out here to Florida. You've been chilling in Houston and partying at the club. I was like, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry I didn't listen. You know, I took, you know what's crazy? He's actually the other half of the club owner with me. I called him and asked him for the other half of the money. He didn't question what I needed the money for. He was like, here you go. You know, that's type of shit, that's type of bread he's making doing these things and putting his money in. When he's doing these developments, like we're about to start developing these pickle socials. You can look them up. Pickling socials. There's in
what is that?
It's
like pickleball with a bar, right?
Tennis or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pickleball. It's pickleball, and then they got a bar attached to it.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, man. And that community of that pickle community is so strong right now. It's making this is the time, if you're not in that game, to get in that game, because it is becoming such a big and a large a thing and in America, across America, that it's like it's killing it, bro. It's expensive. It's not cheap.
Is it
either.
Kind of like tennis?
It's like tennis.
Yeah.
It's like tennis, but it's the game is a little bit differently. And I was out there learning it. I'm like, all right, let me learn this game. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to get in it. But doing stuff like that and taking these developments and not only selling developments, but working his way into national deals to where if somebody like that, if you want to put one of your chain restaurants or things into this is my development, I'm going to take a piece of this, right? Make me part owner of this, right? And I give you a deal on that, right? And the way we broke down this Texas A&M deal, I'm going to document it for y'all. It's going to be super fucking crazy, y'all. And I cannot wait to show you guys this stuff, man. But that's type of stuff I'm qualified for in 2024, and I'm taking off in that development game. I'm sorry I'm late to it. I've been bullshitting on these loans, but I'm not bullshitting on these loans because we're about to become a bank.
Loans got you there.
No, loans got me there, and loans about to really take it to the next level of what we about to do with that too. We broke it all down. I had a whole weekend of like a one-on-one mastermind with my boy, and he was just like, this is what I did over 3 years. And I'm 36 now. He said, Ken, you're 33 now. In 3 years, you should be looking like this. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. Put your money here. Like he said, this is the next steps. We open up our bank account, right? And he said, this, and this is what you need to do. This is where you put your money in. This is what type of trust you need to set up. This is what type of UL you need to set up. This is where you put your money in. When you get this lump sum here, he basically broke it down to the penny of what I need to do for the next 2-3 years, to where next 2-3 years, the $4 million I made last year, the $5 million I made this year, that shit turns into 20-30 million in the next 3 years. And I'm here for it, and I'm locked in and focused. That's what I'm qualified for.
Ooh,
damn.
Wow.
The hell of an answer right there, B.
If y'all don't hear that fire and desire in my voice right now, you know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
Hey, it's coming up. My mortgage company about to become. Instead of me being a brokerage, we doing the bank thing. I'm getting FHA certified, so I can do FHA loans, which is one of the highest certifications you could do as a bank. I'm be doing everything but holding the money. All I needed was that money partner, and he was like, "I already invested in your club, bro. I can chunk you $1 million just to get that going." I'm like, thank you, God. Like let's go. You know,
yes,
so just one of those things, man. But yeah, that's what I'm qualified for, man.
I could dig it.
Like it, man. We here for the success, man. We appreciate you sharing that with us when you didn't have to.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I don't talk. I love y'all, man. I'll talk with y'all, man. fire y'all up, bro. So.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. I'm just trying to catch a ride on the jet, man, and teach me how to get my
Yeah.
own.
Hey, man. Hey, when he come back, bro, I'm gonna tell him I got some boys I want to take out to Florida to show him some of that stuff, man. So he'll do it, bro.
Hey, let me know, man.
For sure, man.
I'm 30. I'm trying to be, 33 with my own jet. You know what I'm saying, Byron?
Man,
What you
shit,
think?
man. Look, my goal is my goal is like the end of 2024 is me working on that paperwork to get my own. Since I know that you don't got to have no money out your pocket to do it, you know. Like now that I know that,
Right.
just need the time to do it. For sure.
Man, I got to talk about the fact that you guys talk about you're in your 30s, 30, 33, making millions. I mean, you're doing your thing, and it's inspiring. But I got to talk to the people who are listening. There may be some listening that may be senior citizens. So I'm actually collecting Social Security. On my birthday in March, I'll be 69. So let me
Shout out to the seniors, man. Shout out to the seniors.
Come on, you got we
got
got
Golden Club. You don't look nothing like 69, brother. You're looking good. You're looking good, boy. The cocoa butter is working on your skin, brother.
That cocoa butter cutting up,
huh? He doing it naturally. I love it.
Yes, man. So I want to talk to my folks out there. Listen, it ain't too late. You do not. Here's one thing you don't want to say. I wish I had at least given it a try. You don't want to go to your grave with that. You don't want to take all your talent to the grave. You don't want to die with that music in you. Okay? Get the music out. People are going to benefit from your talent. You have talent. You have you have something that the world needs. And I'm telling you, if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be here. So what I want you to do, even if you feel that you're older, listen, find out what you're passionate about, get in the game, all right? And don't be afraid to try. You do not want to die with your music in you. Believe me.
Love that.
That's a great message,
we got
man.
Curtis in the building too, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to hear from my guy Curtis, man.
What's going on?
It's good to see you. Put a video to a voice.
Listen.
Yeah.
You know
I ain't gonna lie. You look like a whole VA over there with all the computers in your background, man.
Yeah.
This is part of what I do, being a coach, for college students. So this is my office. I just had to come on through and show y'all some love, and you know what I'm saying? Put like you said, put a video to the voice, man. So yeah, no catfishing. This is the real deal. Yeah. But I appreciate you, brothers, man. Listen, man, this has been a great year for me. As I shared with you guys, new to real estate, just learning a lot from you guys and other people in different circles. I actually met Don in person. I've met Los in person. Ashley, Colleen, just some of the, figures that are on Clubhouse that are like teaching the game in real estate. So for me, man, I feel like I'm qualified for landing these first few deals. I'm getting close, praying it through, and building my own accountability group. I'm about to actually send out an email to the group this morning after this is done. So yeah, I'm excited for the new year, man. I feel like 2024 is going to be, like we say, lit. So there you go.
What do you
should bring your group to this group? Bring them to the No Stingy Energy because they may need some good energy.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
What do you feel like you not qualified for, but you still want it, Curtis? What would you say that is for you?
Good question. I think ownership in terms of like being a landlord. I feel like I need to learn more of that, like owning properties and, rentals and things like that. Like I'm doing my own research on that, but I feel like I'm not qualified yet for that because depending on the market that you're in, you kind of have to know the tenant laws, you kind of have to know the overall real estate laws, so kind of have to know and connect with people that are doing it in those markets and kind of creating somewhat of a mentorship. Like, how are you being a landlord in these markets? What are some things to look for? What are some things to avoid? Things like that. So I want to really connect with people that have that, substantial experience.
I love that.
I like that. So what do you think you need to do so you can become qualified for that?
I mean, just connecting with the right people and being humble. You know what I mean? Don't try to do things on your own. You know what I mean? And it's one thing to read and do research and kind of figure it out on your own, but it's another thing to kind of like shadow someone and just kind of see how they do it and kind of look at even the day-to-day operations, the paperwork, how to do the leases and agreements, things like that, how to have the right type of legal support. All those intricacies is so important. So I definitely want to connect with someone who's willing to give me that time to kind of like shadow them and just kind of pick their brain every once in a while, like, okay, this is what's happening right now, this is what you should avoid, or this is what you should definitely use as far as like tools and systems and software, things like that, just so that way that cash flow is coming in and you're not worrying about that property. You got someone even there to kind of manage it for you. So even the property management piece is huge, right? How do you acquire good property managers and things like that? So
Nice. Shit, it seems like you got it figured out, man. You just got to get in the right spaces, right groups, and accept the education that you get and take action on the education. Because I see mainly a lot of people want stuff, they get the education, they just fumble on the education. They don't really implement the things that they learn, or they let every excuse in the book get in their way of them actually being successful. So all you gotta do is get the education, put in the work, and stay disciplined to your goals. I think you'll be straight.
absolutely, that's why I'm here. And plus, one other last thing I want to do is I want to do deals with you brothers, man. If I land a deal, you let me know what markets y'all trying to rock with, and you know what I'm saying, me and my
I'm
folks
in Houston.
okay, so we'll do the work.
Catch me
Yeah.
anywhere in the middle of in the middle of 610 in that 610 loop. Yeah, you talking my language.
Okay.
I think we
Yeah.
straight. I seen you join the Telegram group, man. Hey, we on our way. That's the first step. So you didn't take the first step.
Oh yeah,
Like that.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Y'all, like I told y'all, this is ministry, man. Like y'all are transforming lives. Y'all are impacting people. And that's the thing for me. Ultimately, with real estate, I want to inspire hope in people through real estate. That's ultimately my goal and vision in tapping into this industry, is instilling the hope for people to, I can own properties. I can leave a legacy behind for my family. I can, buy that commercial property. I was hearing Don earlier, like, I want to purchase commercial too. Like, I want to own office buildings and co-working spaces and event spaces. It's basically, why not us? If other people can do it, why not us? We got the same 24 hours in a day. So it's like, we just got to maximize our time. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm listening and I'm learning, and I'm putting myself in these spaces. And that's what you got to do too.
Love it. Man, we got Ken, we got Darby. I definitely want to get they take on, because I know Ken with the club. I want to know, Ken, what are your, I know you working it. I see you doing the work with the club, but what do you see for that club in terms of the future? Like, what is 2024 for the clubs? Put the S on it because there's two of them, right? Is it two?
Definitely, it's two of them.
What's your ideas for that 2024?
And really to get, I'm gonna start with Jolie because that's the one that's open and running right now, man. But get Jolie to be, everyday thing. Jolie's not just a club; it's a bar, and I treat it as such, right? Because there's a difference between the two. It does have a club on the third level, but we're open 7 days a week, and I want to make sure that Jolie is treated as such, man. I want to make sure it's grown into a place where people know to go and have a drink, have a sit down, have a conversation, go and network, and meet some very, very well off people in there.
Can you plug the club for anybody who may not know, real quick too, for the people who may be traveling to Houston?
Yeah, so I own a club in downtown Houston called Jolie HTX. It's right on Main Street, cross street from Taste, cross street from Bungalow, down the street from Off the Record. So it's right there, across the street from there. It's a three level club, or a bar and club. The club is at the top, the bar is downstairs. Very elegant, very nice. When you go in there, you feel like you're in a different area, a different era. I got it set up extremely nice downstairs. You come in and smoke a hookah, have a drink. Our drinks are amazing. We do THC. I can't advertise that on like Instagram and things like that. But we do have THC infused stuff. We do sell buds and flower there, so it's almost like a THC bar as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. That was that was
Got the
crazy.
libations.
Yeah, we haven't totally done the marketing and the correct marketing for that yet because we have to try to find a middle ground for that to tell people we sell weed basically in the club or in a bar, but it's coming. But you know, to really want to build Jolie out to be a place where you can go and just have a conversation, take a date night, take your guys there, you know, to talk about how you're gonna build a empire. You know what I mean?
What have been some of the struggles that you've had to overcome?
Man, so shit, this is one of the roughest weeks this week, actually. The struggles is people, man. Whenever you take over a business or you have employees, you gotta deal with people, right? And people have personalities and people want things and people just think that, you know, everything is free, or they think they can come into work and not get and not work and get paid. And one of my biggest things to my GM, I was like, before I took over Jolie, because Jolie existed briefly before I took over, but it wasn't where it's at now. It was about to shut down, and that's because they didn't have any structure. And they had the right people running it. The person who owned it, he just owned it, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't necessarily running it. You know what I mean? He had somebody else running it, and he was running it to the ground. And he wasn't paying his people, right? And I just had a bartender, one of my top bartenders, quit because she felt like she was entitled, right? One of my general managers asked her to do something, and she did it, and she felt like she should get paid more for it. But I was like, I didn't ask you to do that. Like you're doing it because you want to possibly one day be a manager for both my club, but you feel entitled to get paid for something that I didn't ask you to do, right? You work the best shifts. You come in and make all the money because you have the best shifts. I don't ask you for anything. And then the one time she comes at me crazy, I had to correct her. I was like, I know that I'm like not the meanest person in the world. I know I come in, I'm happy and I'm going lucky. But one thing you're not gonna do, because I'm a grown ass man, is talk to me like I'm a child, right? And I said that. I said, I'm not sure why you communicate with me like this, but you like this is not the person to communicate with like this with. And then she felt like she was entitled and she quit. And I said, okay, well, I got 50 other bartenders who want to come here and bartend at this amazing establishment. You know what I mean? So if that's what you choose, that's what you choose. You know, just dealing with things like that as far as attitudes, that's been my biggest thing. And getting people to look at Jolie not at how they look at their house, but make sure they come and treat my house as my house and keep it clean and make sure that it's the customer service is there when people walk in the door, greeting people as soon as they walk in. I want people when they come into Jolie, not necessarily, you know, when you go to a black establishment, you know it's a black establishment. I don't want that. I want them to be like, oh my God, the customer service is there, the drinks are there, they greet you, they talk to you. This is an amazing experience. I want them to have the Chick-fil-A white glove service experience when you go to them. You know what I mean? That's what I think about my places. Even when we open up the Blitz, the nightclub, right? Even though nightclubs will get ratchet, it'll be one of those things, right? But it's one of those things that I'm going to use not only for as a nightclub, but a place where the community come for like give backs and charitable events and things like that. People don't think about that. You know what I mean? People want to just make money in a club, but I have these amazing event spaces I want to use so people can use for networking events, and people can make long lasting connections out of my establishments. You know what I mean? So those are my goals for it. Jolie has already exceeded what Tony thought it was going to exceed. He told me, it was funny the other day I was talking to him. He's like, man, if I knew that Jolie was capable of doing that, I wouldn't have sold it to you. I was like, hey.
I would have changed my mind.
Hey, man, I said, don't get back. Don't get back. You know, I'm keeping it. You know what I mean? But really to grow the clubs and make it, do an impact for the community. You know, like we did a give back for Thanksgiving with the Texans, you know what I mean, from our club. You know what I mean? Just really want people to know and understand what they are and what they are for the community, and people to use it as a place where they can just create long-lasting relationships and have a good time, let down your hair. So that's it.
I love it. Listen, if you are in Houston, you definitely need to make sure you pull up. It's a beautiful establishment, by the way. Love the establishment. Definitely check out Ken and Jolie. Pull up, man. You know,
Hey, Byron.
yeah.
I ain't no weed smoker, but I get a whole weed drink. I ain't gonna
You
lie
get
to
your
you.
own weed drink situation.
I want
Man, we got some
to try it out, man. I want
Yeah,
to
you little weed drink. Well,
I
listen, man.
definitely drink it.
I definitely want to get Darby in on this conversation and Curtis back too, because I want to know from you guys, what is that scary goal? I know Curtis, you mentioned a couple deals. You just want to get these things done and just kind of get that proof of concept, which I think is phenomenal. I think that's phenomenal, by the way. But what's that scary goal? You know, if we can remove everybody from listening in right now, and you was able to just kind of speak to yourself, what does that scary goal look like for 2024, and what do you feel like you need to do in order to make that happen?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think leading people. I think being a leader in real estate at some point, because I'm pretty sure you guys can attest to this, that the way you've been able to grow is kind of delegating those tasks and responsibilities to people you can trust. So I think that's going to be the scary thing for me, is how do I lead people overall? And how do I lead them to be successful in this space? And how do I guide them to accomplish whatever goals that they may have in real estate? So I would say that's my fear, because I'm kind of not necessarily a people pleaser, but I don't like letting people down, especially if I have like responsibility. The work that I do, working in education, higher ed, that's kind of been like my pain point over the years throughout my career, working with students, being a leader to even young men. How do I be that example? And when I do drop the ball, am I brave enough to admit that and say, hey, my bad, you know, because those kind of things will affect not only your image and reputation, but the team that you're trying to have follow you, right? So how do I become a leader of people through business? You know, people are leaders in business, but how do you do both? How are you a leader in business and people? And that's the you know, the fear, and kind of like, okay, how do I manage that?
Have you read How to Win Friends and Influence Others and The Go-Giver?
I've heard of that book. I need to read it.
Yeah, you got to read that book. And I would say, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think you need to read those two first. Then I think you need to check out that 48 Laws of Power. But don't read 48 Laws of Power first.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that'll jade you. It'll jade you. 48 Laws of Power had you questioning everybody around you, bro. Real talk.
Man.
So you want to do it in that order specifically. But Darby, man, real quick, man. So what's that scary goal for you, man, before we get ready to head up out of here, man?
Just doing that development piece, man. You know, it's just like what you were saying a few minutes ago, right? It's that proof of concept. Like actually breaking ground on my development, because you know everybody can dream, but a dream is just a dream if you don't take action on it, right? So the thing is that, you know, when it actually happens, it's like you start to live in that reality that you never thought you would be able to embrace. So it's it is a scary goal, but it's a goal for me because I owe it to myself, right? And it's just something that it'll change my whole family's dynamic and view on their capabilities. You know, I know a lot of people, I know it's kind of off track, but not really off track. We thought we'll never see a black president, right? And we never thought we'll see what it looks like and feels like to have a black president. And once we got it, it was a different reality that we was living in, where it was like, dang, you know what? We really got somebody that looked like us running the show of the most powerful country in the world. And I kind of want to put myself in that position to where my family is looking at it as like, dang, we got somebody who actually made it. Because I was the first one to go to college in my family and finish. And that was a reality for them, to where they was like, okay, we can actually do it. And I put my sister in college, I put my mom in college, I put my little sister in college, and my brother. And it was kind of that train of following suit. So now in this era is, you know, could truly be the first millionaire in my family and actually doing what I said to be doing.
Wow. I love it.
Big. Yeah, I like that.
I love this, man. This is a beautiful conversation, man.
It is, man. It is. Trying to see what the people gonna do with it, though.
Yeah, man.
Talking about it is great. We trying to see who's gonna accomplish some goals.
That's why I need y'all in my corner. That's why I need y'all in my corner, because it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big, and it's scary as hell because you never see us doing it like that. You know, like I know 2 prominent developers here, black developers here in Charlotte, but they low key on the gatekeeping side. You know, so I just like, you know what? I guess I'm gonna just create my own avenue. So I need people just like y'all who ain't scared of shit and want to reach new heights that I can lean on. To be like, yo, this is what I'm facing, because y'all may know somebody who faced it and surpassed it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I kind of lean on y'all heavy a little bit.
No doubt. No doubt.
Appreciate that. Man, if y'all enjoying today's content, y'all enjoying today's conversation, I need 2 things, man. Like the video, put a flame in the chat, man. That's all.
That's it. That's it. Just a quick like.
It's all free. It's all free. Look quick like, man. That's all we need. But you know, at the end of the day, again, you know, you got to set goals for yourself, set goals for your family. But the most important thing is you got to educate yourself on the goals that you set for yourself and find a way to take action. Like none of this shit matters if you don't take action. None of this shit matters if you're not doing the actual work that you need to do. You got to step out your comfort zone, and that's the only way you go to the next level. You got to get uncomfortable with it. The life that you're living right now is not the life that you're gonna have to. Not the life that you're living now. You got to turn into a new person to reach the goals that you want, and it's that simple. So that's why we only have the 1%ers, because those small percentage of people, only 1% of people, is willing to do things that most people are not about to do to reach the success that they want. So if you want to be a millionaire, you got to start hanging around other millionaires. Don't be hanging around your broke friends that's still been trying to figure it out for 40 years. Hang around the people that's at the level where you want to be. Once you start hanging around them people, everything will be a lot easier because they're giving you the blueprint to make it happen. You can't talk to broke people, try to talk to broke people and try to talk about rich things. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all gotta put yourself in the rooms, man. And that's all I got. Byron, what you got?
Man, look, I just want to say, look, we opened up the Telegram group for everybody. Initially, it was only for the people who were participating in the real estate challenge. But you know what? I believe that we're going to open it up for everybody. That way you can join in and start developing your tribe. Don't go in there, right, and just, you know, look to just talk to me or go in there and literally start developing you a tribe. Looking for people that you can connect with, you can build with, that you can grow with, right, that may have skill sets that you don't have, right, or may have skill sets that you need, right, or may have a deal that you may need. It's a lot of people with a lot of talents and a lot of gifts in that group. I know that for a fact because I know some of the people that's in the group. These people are already doing numbers, right? So go in there, network, build out your own tribe inside of a tribe, right? And figure out ways that you can maximize yourself as well as everybody that's involved in that group. So we opened that up. Also, the people who have been, participating in the real estate challenge, we want to continue that because I do believe that the market is looking to turn around. So if you have those deal machine leads, take advantage, call them people, right? If you're not willing to call them people, connect with somebody that's willing to call them people, right? And have them conversations, stay on top of those leads, and try to get something monetized. And if you got something in Houston, holler at me. See, yeah, holler at me. I may be able to put some money in your pocket specifically. You see, so definitely don't be scared to do that. And other than that, man, I'm talked out. Oh, I'm talked out. Listen,
hey man, it was great, man. And what you just mentioned is, if you got a deal, one of my students had a deal. Rashad, he had a deal. I said, man, reach out to Byron. They just put a buyer on the contract yesterday, man. They make money. So.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Do the work and get paid. It's that simple. You want to get paid, do the work, man. That's it. And reach out to people that's qualified to help you. That's all I got. I'm talked out too. I need to go grab me some water. Hey, so look, make sure if y'all want to be a part of the family, man, make sure y'all click the link, join, become a member, man. They got 3 different levels. They got Trailblazer, They got let me see what else they got. Trailblazer, Visionary, and Legacy. Make sure you join. Y'all seen the merch? Y'all go on my story. Y'all go on Byron's story. Y'all see the merch that's about to drop. You can get it at a discount price. You join the family, and they got other content that comes with it as well. So make sure y'all click that link, join, subscribe, hit the like button, show us some love, and we'll be back, man, on Tuesday, man. It's been a hell of a week. It's gonna be our last week of 2023 next week. So I'm excited about that, and I'm ready for the next year, man.
Yes, indeed.
With that being said, we out of here. Peace.
What's up, y'all? So most people struggle with sales. A lot of us in real estate, and we struggle with our sales. We struggle with follow, we struggle with leads, and we just basically missing out on deals. For me, I just got on Taskify CRM. They send messages out for you. And look, a lot of us have work. When you get off of work, you have hot leads ready for you. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. I'm telling you, it automatically replies for you. And look, it sends you multiple messages. Like we're talking about drip campaigns, so you're not missing up on the lead follow-up. So make sure you check out Taskify CRM. Use coupon code NoStingyEnergy to get 10% off. I'm about to show y'all inside my CRM so I can see how it really works. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace.